I have seen things that nightmares are made of. Do you believe in ghosts?
Indiana was inhabited by Native American tribes as early as 8000 BC. Recorded history of the area began in the 1670s with the arrival of the Europeans who claimed the region for France. The French ruled the area for 100 years until they was defeated by Great Britain in the French and Indian War. 20 years later, Britain lost it to the new United States in the American Revolutionary War. In 1816, Indiana, meaning Land of the Indians, was admitted into the Union as the 19th state. It grew to be a leader in agriculture, and its limestone quarries produced much of the building limestone used throughout the country. The state's 41 miles of waterfront along Lake Michigan today turns out iron and steel products such as automobile parts and bodies, recreational vehicles, mobile homes, and farm machinery, as well as oil products. The southern third of the state was the first to be settled, with Vincennes, Indiana being the oldest continually inhabited settlement and the first capital of the Indiana Territory. The first state capital was located in Corydon in Harrison County, Indiana, and still stands today. In January of 1825, Indianapolis became the new state capital. Indiana is nicknamed the Hoosier State and is also referred to as the Crossroads of America. It is home to the Indianapolis 500, Indiana and Purdue University, Wyandotte Cave, one of the largest caves in the country, the Lincoln Boyhood National Memorial, Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore, and the oldest exposed Devonian fossil beds in the world at the Falls of the Ohio State Park. The state is also the birthplace of many famous and infamous people, like astronaut Gus Grissom, actor Steve McQueen and James Dean, actresses Shelley Long and Florence Henderson, musicians Cat Stevens, John Mellencamp, and Michael Jackson, comedian Red Skelton, basketball player Larry Bird, Miss America of 2009 Katie Stam, bank robber John Dillinger, and the country's first train robbers, the Reno Gang, who pulled the first train robbery near Seymour, Indiana. Southern Indiana is made up of rolling fields, long tracts of forests, winding rivers, hills, and caves. A drive throughout its back roads is filled with cornfields, historical buildings, churches, cemeteries, and family farms. Many of these farms have been family-owned for generations. The history of the family themselves, as well as the land, imprinted on their walls and foundations. One in particular is a beautiful 2-story brick home built by the owner's great-grandfather. The house is currently under renovations for one of his children. The property contains several outbuildings and backs up to a Religious Society of Friends cemetery that dates back to the 1800s. It was also the location of a Friends meeting place, which was disbanded around 1890. The Religious Society of Friends, also known as Quakers, was founded in the mid-19th century in England by George Fox. The Protestant Christian tradition was not welcomed in England, but the followers began converting many people in the new America. In 1681, Pennsylvania was granted to William Penn, giving the Quakers the freedom to run as a Christian government. Penn designed a government based on civil and religious liberty and equality, which was a forerunner for the Constitution of the United States. Their ethics are rooted in the belief that the inner light is in all people, that we all possess a part of God and are all equal. They do not believe in any type of violence and refuse to participate in war. The Quakers have fought for the abolition of slavery, prison reform, the equality of women, and so much more. With all the history on the property and the surrounding area, this unique homestead seems to be at times trying to tell some of its stories. The family member that is currently renovating it for one of his children has had many unexplained things happen to him in the 60-plus years he has been associated with it. He grew up with a home belonging to his grandfather and his great-grandfather before that. It was then handed down to his father and then to him. He believes that he has seen an apparition of his grandfather in the home. He has been physically touched as well and hit by something or someone that could not be seen. Voices have been heard with no one else around to make them. Footsteps and other unexplainable noises are heard, and strange lights have been seen in the building where there is no electricity. Carpenters working on the home have seen a little girl in a blue dress, especially near the cemetery, and children have been heard when none are on the property. In November of 2014, Cy had the pleasure of doing an investigation of the farm, and the owner was able to join us. There seemed to be several spirits in the home that had something to say, as we were able to capture several EVPs doing our investigation. We also experienced disembodied voices, a child's giggle, strange noises, and the movement of some equipment when no one was watching. One member saw a shadow figure in the basement as well. At this time, the owner has asked us to return after some of the renovation has progressed and the second floor is safe. We look forward to a second investigation of the farm in hopes of finding more evidence as to who is still residing there and to find more answers for the owner to the paranormal activity that has been witnessed by himself and several others as well as ourselves.
Okay. Let's see if there'd be anybody in this room who'd like to come forward and speak with us. If you go towards the blue light on the floor, you may be able to speak through that to us. I've also placed a box with an antenna on it. If you were to walk up to that box, you can speak to us through that too by making a light flash. And I've also placed a flashlight next to that box. Thank you. Can you walk up to that again, please? Show me that you can understand what I'm saying to you. What was that?
I'm gonna say dirt.
If you're in here, can you tell me your name? Can you see us?
I'm messing with the camera, it's blurry.
I'd really like to know if you'd walk up to that box and touch it and flash it again for me, please. Show me that you can do something. What was that? Say that again, please. There's nothing there that's going to harm you. There's nothing there that's going to harm you. There's nothing there that's going to harm you. Get out.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Why do you wish us to leave? Can you tell me that? Speak one more time, please. I couldn't understand that. If you want us to leave, walk up to the box and flash the lights. Will you do that? Get there, can't. Let's get out of here.
Why do you want us to get out? Did you live here in this house at one time?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you still live here? Uh-huh. Thank you. You know, if you get close to that box, you can make the light come on and stay. The closer you get. What was that? The closer you get, you can make more lights come on. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
Thank you. Now you found the box. Don't go away. Thank you for coming back. Can you step up closer and make the siren go off for me, please? You don't want to? Can you please come back to the box again? Can you step up to it for me? Because you're still here? Thank you.
Thank you.
What was that? Do you like us being here with you? If so, step up to the box and make the siren go off. Don't go away. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you the one giving me a headache? All of a sudden I've developed a headache. Is that from you?
Thank you. Can you step back for a second? I want to ask you something. Thank you. Can you see us? Okay. Please take a step back.
I think it's getting colder in here.
Yes.
My nose is freezing.
Step back from the box for a second. Thank you. Yes, like that. Please step back again. I want to see if you can really hear me clear. Thank you. If you could see us, can you tell me how many of us are in this house with you? Can you blink the lights on the box for how many of us is here, or make a noise? Would you be willing to do that? I just want to make sure that you can see us clearly. No? Okay, well, tell me how many of you are here. Laughing at us. Step back, please. I want to speak with you some more. Just take a step back. Well, step back. Thank you for stepping away.
Is in there?
Yeah.
I see something black. I don't know that.
It's black, it's curly.
I'm freezing over here.
Talking about like I see. Now I look.
Okay, take another step back, please. Try again, please. Well, that's really cool that you're making the siren go off on the box. Can you flash the red lights on it? Are you capable of doing that? Can you flash the light many times real quick, if you would? So you can talk to me through that box by flashing the light once for yes, twice for no, or 3 times for maybe. No.
We just come in here to find out the Bobby Wall's in here.
You got me? You got me? You got me?
You got me.
They call me a dummy.
Like I said, you got me.
You got me.
Got you? Okay, who are you? Will you tell me who you are? I'm Debbie. Can you tell me what your name is?
Then what is your name?
What is your name?
Are you a man?
There's nobody here gonna bother you, man.
None of this equipment we have can hurt you. And we wouldn't if we could. So please don't be afraid. We're just here to communicate with you. Will you tell me who you are?
Thank you.
Thank you. You got the flashlight. It's cool of you.
Wow.
Whose was it? Okay, can you pull away from that light now, please? Turn it off. Completely off, please. No, it's hard. Please back away from the light so I can speak with you some more.
That sounded like a woman crying.
Thank you.
Thank you, Smith.
Thank you. It's really cool of you to turn that light on. Can you please back away from the light again, please? Thank you.
Thank you.
What was that?